I apologize. Welcome back from intermission. Text the babysitter.
The house is a disaster, she says. Enjoy the show.
All right.
Ready to resume the Swamp Noir story of Knee Deep?
Yup. October 30th, 8:45.
It's night for a festival, celebrating the founders of Cypress Knee.
It's the perfect time to reflect on where we've been and what our ailing town could be.
It's a captive crowd, primped to hear my political plea.
I think you mean primed.
Ain't got nothing to do with opening crates.
What's with the jokes about mispronouncing words in this game? I don't know what it is.
Ready the band, hold those vuvuzelas. Let the festival commence for you and for me.
Chat, am I too loud? Is the game too loud? Can you give me some audio help, if you would? Smartphones chime and glow. Word spreads of the recent mayhem at Chief Roadside's Wonderland.
Did you see? Do you believe? Did you hear? Spread the word. Go forth and tell.
Remember this night. Recall where you were the night the letter fell.
Basking in neon delight.
Basking in the neon delight of the Founders Day Festival lights.
Remember this night. Never forget, for good or ill, the janitor we knew so well.
His choices down a dark path led.
His choices down a dark path led, but never would I wish him dead.
Remember this night. Hold dear the lawmen, forever in our memories dwell.
They wore their badges.
They wore their badges with honor and boundless pride. Such a loss for us all now that they've died.
Nah, not too big of a loss.
Remember this night. Remember well. From the tower the churchman fell.
I don't like any of these options. Emboldened by determination.
Emboldened by determination, he could have been this town's salvation.
Yeah, right.
So much for our glorious festival night.
So much for that potential future burning bright.
The captive crowd's in no mood for platitudes and puppetry.
Don't you mean punditry?
I'm not talking about jokes. But too soon, Eula. Too soon. Show a little respect for the dead.
Cue the band to play a dirge. Turn our party to a wake. Let the funeral commence for you and me. While we watch the deflation of our community's festive spirit, the architects of this disaster lurk just a few miles away. The washed-up newspaper reporter, the meddling private investigator, and the reckless blogger. They learn and how. But sometimes it's best to leave well enough alone. Don't push your luck. After all, you can drown in knee-deep water if you stand on your head.
Dun dun dun. Here we go with the interrogation.
You're sticking with the story that Gordon Cordray confessed to killing Tag Kern before killing himself.
Did he? Cause I'm having doubts.
Maybe I dreamed it.
See, we've got another theory.
Do share.
We'll get to that. What happened next?
I took the elevator from the tower back down to talk to Tina Gray.
Such a nightmare.
Sympathize.
Hey, at least you're alive.
Why'd you save me?
Felt right.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Took some guts going up that tower after him.
Someone had to stop him.
Why'd he do this?
He killed Tad Kern for the insurance payout. He killed the janitor for helping me. He killed the cops trying to kill me, I figure.
You went up there. Did you push him off the tower?
Nope.
I had him cornered, but he jumped.
Wait a minute. Cordray killed Tag and Larman, killed 2 cops, and then he killed himself instead of you? That makes no sense.
That's a fair point, actually.
Seems strange to me, too. He said immortality is the only option, and then took that leap.
You're that blogger, right?
For now.
Maybe not for much longer, if I don't get a post up soon.
I'm Carl Rosen. My partner's Gil Stern.
Stop by the morgue downtown later.
We've got something you should see.
I'll stop by soon as I can.
Alright. Let's see. Romanity witnessed Tina Gray surviving an attack by a killer who climbed the Chief's roadside tower and dropped a letter from the sign. Chief Pendleton and Deputy Chief Ozzie Clendening weren't so lucky. Tina Gray, ex-girlfriend of actor Tag Kern, narrowly escaped death when a saboteur dropped a large letter from the Chief roadside's tower. Chief Chip Pendleton, the Deputy Chief Ozzie Clendening perished. Death has just missed Tina Gray, ex-girlfriend of actor Tag Kern. It failed to spare local police chief Pendleton and Deputy Chief Ozzie Clendening. The tragedy struck hours after Kern's death as a rampaging killer detached the letter H from the Chief roadside's tower and let it fall on bystanders below. A giant letter H tumbled from Chief Roadside's teepee tower tonight, crushing 2 small-town cops. The falling letter narrowly avoided Tina Gray, but killed Chief Pendleton and Deputy Ozzie Clendening of the Cypress Sneed Police Department. Gray was a suspect in the death of actor Tag Kern, who was found hanging from the tower earlier tonight. I'm gonna report that.
God damn it, we got a problem!
Ferrets?
Motel overrun by sock weasels?
It's Jumper! Gator's loose! He's on the prowl, and it's festival time!
Get help.
Better call someone who cares. I'm heading downtown.
You don't get it, out-of-towner. We've had this problem before. Dogs, cats, toddlers. Ain't a one of them safe while Jumper's loose.
Right? Isn't it Remy's job to take care of Jumper?
Remy got called away for something else.
More important job?
I can't imagine Remy's doing anything more important than wrestling that gator back into captivity.
It's a bad situation here. Make yourself useful.
I just bet someone
turned the gator loose as a diversion.
Question?
Why would you think that?
What gave you the idea?
It wasn't my idea.
Gaddis suggested it then.
Question?
Why would I be working with Gaddis on anything?
Fine. Play dumb, Sergeant Schultz. What happened next?
Tower.
Made my way to the tower as soon as I saw the letter fall.
Listen, little girl, what we got here is a crisis situation.
Little girl? That's no way to get my help, old man.
Give belligerent response.
Now, don't blame her for the crazy shit going down in your tacky little tourist trap.
We got a loose gator on the run, Jack, during festival weekend. Your boy's downtown, right?
That's bad. Really bad. I'll get the word out.
Loose gator. Rutledge Silhouette told Jack Bellett that that Jumper, the star gator of Chief Roadside's Wonderland, escaped his pit. Gator on the loose. Jumper, a staple attraction of Chief Roadside's Wonderland, escaped from his pit tonight. Authorities urge residents to be on the lookout for the gator. Pets should be secured inside homes. Jumper, town imperiled by reptile. Jumper the gator slipped through the fence of his confines at Chief Roadside's Wonderland. Now the beast prowls the shadows of Cypress Knee. Authorities warn that Jumper may be a threat to pets and small children. Scaly terror. The death toll could keep rising from the mayhem at Chief Roadside's. In this chaotic aftermath of the tower disaster, it seems Jumper the gator escaped from his pit. Pets and small children may prove too delectable to resist for the liberated lizard. I'm gonna go with the edgy report. Why not?
Thanks for spreading the word, Jack.
Anything happens to Reggie, I'll really be...
gunning for Gordon Cordray, weren't you?
You and Bellet couldn't stand the guy.
After 20 years of bad blood, after what happened to your father during his dalliance with the Church of Us, you wanted payback.
Deny.
I didn't want Cordray dead.
You didn't feel threatened by Cordray and his guards.
The only way I try to kill anyone else is if they tried to kill me first.
Is that what happened up on the tower?
I wasn't up there when it all went down.
That's not what we heard.
I'm here. You're here. Let's put the past behind us. Let's talk it out.
Oh, interesting.
We're a bit beyond happy endings, don't you think?
Look, I agreed to meet you here on good faith.
Yeah, we were kind of counting on that.
What?
Whatever you want. Name your price. I don't want any trouble. Just let me go, please.
Give my regards to Boyd Conover.
What? They were up on the tower?
That's absolute bullshit. I had nothing to do with his death.
I've covered a lot of strange stories in the past 3 decades. This one you've cooked up, though, it's the cherry on a cow chip sundae.
Come on, admit it. You wanted him
dead as much as your old high school pal.
I'm not saying he's dead, but I didn't kill him any more than I killed the Kennedys.
We're not saying you pushed him off the tower.
We're saying Bellet did it for you. Well, you watched.
That's a crock of shit.
Our witness argues otherwise.
A witness? What witness?
Let's see the evidence.
That's not how...
It happened at all.
Oh?
That's not how it happened at all. Give the rundown.
I went up on that tower. I confronted Gordon Cordray, and he jumped with no help from anyone else.
That's true.
A likely story. So, next, you went downtown to the police station.
Press on tower scenario.
Sure, but let's go back to these lies you're spreading about what happened on the tower.
Lalerne Pendleton.
It's true then? Chip's dead?
Let's be blunt.
Crushed by a giant letter H, yes.
You're a horrible person.
I agree.
I'm pretty awful.
Why'd you turn out this way, sugar?
My mom? No, Cordray.
If Gordon Cordray told the truth, guess the apple falls right under the tree.
Okay then. I suppose we ought to get your official statement.
Make it quick. I've got a meeting at the morgue.
Anonymous, still kicking. Give strange response. Like a pony. Don't trust Tina. No worries. She owes me her life. She's nothing but trouble. Interesting.
Anything interesting in that text?
Someone says I shouldn't trust you.
Yeah.
Do you believe them?
Yes.
I've got my doubts about you.
Guess I'll go my own way then.
Give strange response.
How can I ever change things that I feel? I'm off to the morgue. You know, I thought I noticed something interesting scribbled on a pad in that booth back there. Just have to get past that combination lock on the door and hope the chief's wife doesn't notice me.
Don't do it.
No sense taking the risk.
Yeah. I'm not a risk taker. And I don't even know what's behind the door anyway, so...
I'm just saying, we could have flat out told her at the tower.
Wrong place, wrong time. Too many people I don't trust.
The world needs to know, Gil. Tad Kern's not dead. We've got Ray Swayhill in our slab instead.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And we'll tell everybody, Carl. Just be patient a little longer. Romana Teague's waiting at the morgue.
Gil, someone's in the road up ahead. Should we stop to help? Not like the dead guy we're hauling's in any hurry.
Car trouble, probably. Just past them. She's waiting.
What just happened?
Gordon Cordray never saw you coming, did he? He underestimated you.
Give belligerent response.
Keep me locked up in this place a little while longer. You'll see what's coming.
Pretty brazen threat. Ill-advised under the circumstance.
I'm done with this shit. I want my lawyer, and I want to go home.
Humor us just a little while longer, Jack. What happened after you left Chief Roadside's?
Headed to the Watch to catch up with my son and ex-wife.
Alright, go to the ex-wife and kid.
Jesus, Jack. What happened to Chief Roadsides?
Justice?
Looks like Gordon Cordray got what he deserved.
He can't be dead. I had my next Octo test scheduled for tomorrow. I'm shooting for Quantum.
Holy shit, I didn't know she was a part of the cult.
So, you're sinking all that alimony and child support into the goddamn weists?
It's none of your business what I do with my own money, Jack.
More belligerent responses?
Anything else you've conveniently forgotten to tell me, Tamara?
Mommy, Daddy, don't fight, please.
I should take him home. It's late, and he's got school tomorrow.
Okay, concede.
Whatever. It's none of my business what you do, I guess.
Thanks for being rational, Jack. Mr. Bellet.
Who's that? Not so formal.
Call me Jack.
I've seen your stories about Golden Cypress. I can get you more proof.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Great. I've got a shift in the dunking booth over at the festival. Let's talk after I'm done.
Okay. The Golden Cypress story is the real story here. It's not the fake guy who's dead. The fake actor. Anonymous. Golden Cypress, not all bad. All good? I suppose you think it's awesome. Don't scoff at job security. Ross? Is that you, Ross? No, just a big fan. I don't know who Ross is, but...
So tell us, Mr. Gaddis, where'd you go after the letter fell?
I'm gonna give a cynical response.
Why pretend you give a shit? You already picked the narrative you want to follow.
We want to hear your version of events.
If you're saying Jack Bellet acted alone, we're willing to consider the theory.
Bellet's no killer.
I don't think he'd hurt anybody. Now give me my phone call.
The phones don't work right now, Mr. Gaddis.
What do you mean the phones don't work right now?
Repair crews say it could be days, maybe a week before they're online again.
What?
The Army Corps should have an emergency bridge to the interstate done soon. Limited access, of course.
All thanks to you and your accomplices.
Stand alone.
Oh, don't lump me in with Bellet and the girl.
What happened next, Mr. Gaddis?
After the letter fell, I caught a ride with Woodstep into town, and shit got weird. I'd known Bob a long time. He'd always been a little odd, but that night he seemed especially strange.
Bob? Who's Bob? Bob Dole? Bob Dole likes talking about Bob Dole.
You should get in your car and drive from this place before it's too late.
What?
Too late for what, Bob?
Cypress Knee is due a reckoning. Disaster awaits.
Cynical response.
You're saying I should run from that? I'd rather have a front row seat to watch.
The atrocities wrought upon our sacred tribal lands cannot go unanswered.
Maybe I should drive. Look, Bob, you've been acting strange since I saw you at Chief Roadside's. What gives?
Our people believe in a spirit called Rabbit. A prankster. He speaks through me.
He's talked through you for a long time?
No. Just since those Church of Us thugs beat me up behind their RV tonight.
Nothing but bullies. Maybe I'll teach them a lesson.
Maybe. Although it may be too late after all. For me, for you, for all of us.
Stop speaking in riddles, Bob.
Yeah, I have no idea what this guy's talking about.
Behold!
Yeah, the ambulance crash. Are those guys dead? If those guys are dead, that's gonna really put a wrinkle into things. Because they're the only ones that know that Tag Kern isn't really dead. So.
Recognize them?
Yes?
They're the morgue workers who picked up Cordray's corpse.
Oh my god, they're dead. No way.
Indeed. So here they are. But where is their cargo?
Missing.
Absent without leave, from the looks of it.
This is how it begins.
Call it in.
We should alert the authorities.
I will tell them that the spirits, infuriated by actions taken in this damned place, are wreaking vengeance.
Better let me do the talking, Bob. Before we go, let me dust the back of the ambulance for prints. Just for giggles, right? Got a nap for that.
I just got an achievement, but I don't know what it said. Okay. Assemble a fingerprint. Oh, I can flip it. I always forget I can flip these things around. Stop. Stop. There we go. Carl Joseph Rosen. Driving while intoxicated, restraining order violation, failure to pay child support. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. There's one. There we go. No. The heck? There we go. Fingerprint number 2. Oh. What? I missed it. Oh wait, there it is. Come on. There we go. No, not right there. Okay, this says it's the body of Tag Kern. Drunk and disorderly, driving while intoxicated, repressed assault, animal neglect, marijuana possession, spitting on a sidewalk. So I thought it... Okay, this is confusing.
I get why the prints from the morgue workers are back there, Monroe, but Kern's? That makes no sense.
Maybe he's sabotaging the investigation.
Wonder if those thugs who work for Cordray had a hand in this.
Anonymous. Rough night out in the swamps. Gives cynical response. Rougher for some than others. Won't get easier. Take care. Big fan of your work. Identity? Tell me who this is. How did you get my number? Big fan. Just huge. Can't say enough about you and your dog. It's a pleasure watching you work. There's that creepy stalker guy again.
Guess I better check in with Donovan about this. It just gets worse and worse, Monroe.
Okay, the wrecked ambulance. Choose a spin. Wrecked ambulance. While traveling with Robert Woodstep on County Road 39, Casey Gaddis happened on a wrecked ambulance that had been carrying the corpse of Gordon Cordray. Both workers were murdered. They were murdered? What? Okay, wrecked ambulance. Maybe you've heard, but shit's gone trippy tonight over Tag Kern. He was murdered, yeah, but by our old pal Gordon Cordray. Cordray died jumping from the tower at Chief Roadsides, probably to avoid prosecution. Just found an ambulance that had been carrying Cordray's body. Guys up front are dead, corpse is missing. Freaky, huh? Okay. Dead guys. The body count's not done yet. 2 ambulance workers were carrying Gordon Cordray's dead body are now corpses themselves. Gunned down, Cordray's body missing. The situation stinks worse than a swamp ape's armpit. Swamp chaos. The night just keeps getting bloodier. Kern's dead, but not a suicide. Jim Larman dead. Gordon Cordray, the guy who killed the first 2, dead. A suicide. Now we've got 2 ambulance workers dead on the side of County Road 39. No sign of Cordray's corpse. How's that for a turn of events? Report that, please.
Well, this is disappointing. I'm on time for a meeting for once, and they're totally late. Those morgue workers said they had important information.
Alright, I'm going to end the episode off here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, or don't. I don't give a shit, and I'll see you all in the next one, and goodbye, everyone.